Henry, Jamie Carragher, Micah Richards, it is good to have you with us. We're so glad you chose to join us. Yes, thank you so much.
You call me Micah, not Big Meeks, no?
Oh, sorry. Only in the intro do you get called Big Meeks, really.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Anyway, so 2-2 was the final score. Penalty for each side between Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Was it a fair result, did you think, Micah? Did it reflect the game?
I thought Bayern were the better team in terms of the metrics, like Jamie said. You know, passes, possession, all that sort of thing. But it doesn't matter. Why are you looking at me like that, Jamie?
You're on your case?
No, I know.
No, you said the metrics.
I know. I was just laughing at you. It didn't sound... You saying the metrics...
What, it didn't sound right?
No, I don't know. I don't know. It was my word, wasn't it?
Well, I was just saying that your word. But I think the overall game... basically, Bayern overall were probably the better team, but Real Madrid, they dug in and got the draw in the end.
Jamie, anything to add?
The metrics?
No, I agree with Micah. You know, the metrics, the stats, whatever you want to call them. They were in Bayern's favour, weren't they?
Oh, my God.
What does it mean in terms of going into the second leg? Because obviously, I think we already generally thought, when you're thinking of the tie across the two legs, you thought of Real Madrid as the favourites. Has anything changed?
No, I think that'll really hurt Bayern Munich tonight, psychologically, because they were the better team and they played really well and they still didn't win at home. And there's this feeling, I think, with Real Madrid, whoever comes up against them, because I've written them off so often. Champions League final against Liverpool, I couldn't see how they beat Liverpool, but they beat them. Beating Manchester City in the last round a couple of years ago, beating Manchester City, and you're scratching your head thinking, how's it happened? But they've done it again in terms of getting a result here. I would say how the second leg goes, but I think for Bayern Munich to play so well as they did and still not win the game. I mean, I don't know how sort of, psychologically they'll be able to believe they can go to sort of the Bernabeu and get through.
You agree with that, Thierry?
Yeah, but I mean, we go back to the same thing. I said it the other day. Doesn't matter who ran the most, who had the most chances, who had the most possession. With Madrid, it's about taking your chances. And yes, again, we're going to talk. It's pretty obvious. You don't take your chances. You don't do much with what you have when you're on the ball. And that's up to you. Madrid will. You know, we can take the Leipzig game, and you look at it and you're like, how Sechko didn't score 3, how Openda didn't score 3 in Madrid. You take the Man City game, you're like, oh, they didn't touch the ball. Well, they scored 4 goals, though. 3 there and 1. And again today, 2. Yes, you can say if, there's a lot of if at the end of the day. When it comes to Madrid, there's a lot of if all the time. I've been in that situation. You're like, okay, you play against a big team. You have them. You don't. You don't. They execute stuff. That's what they do. That's why you have 14 obviously Champions Leagues.
Well, over there in Munich, Peter Schmeichel and Guillaume Balaguer watched this game live for us at the stadium over there. Let's find out their thoughts. What did you think, gents?
Well, do you know, it's amazing when you watch a game on TV and then you watch it live, how different you see the game. So what I'm hearing here is the studio actually thought Bayern Munich played really, really well. I don't think they did. I think they were very slow in the first half. They made some tactical changes, yes, and it was a little bit better in the second half, but weren't really threatening anything. And we were sat there talking about, well, they're up against Real Madrid. They will hit them back. And you know, being 2-1 up, they should be a bit disappointed. Defender Kim on the first goal, I don't know what Kim's doing. I don't know why he's giving that penalty away. They could have won, but they didn't play well. Do you think they played well?
Quite clearly, there were periods, 20 minutes in the first half and 15, 20 minutes in the second half, that you were asking Bayern to actually speed things up, and they did. And when they did, they got a result. I find fascinating what happened in the first 20 minutes, in which Real Madrid were like, it doesn't matter, we're inferior, we're conceding goals, we'll have our moment, goal. And in the second half, exactly the same. They go 2-1 down, doesn't matter, we'll have our chances, and then eventually they come. So that's the head.
It's amazing to watch Real Madrid play live in the stadium. There's no panic at any time. The manager, Ancelotti, is just so calm. All the players, they go 1-0, 2-0 down, 2-1 down, sorry. And it's just calm. There's no panic. They just get along with. And you always sit there with a sense of them striking back. And of course they did again today.
And the atmosphere.
Oh,
just one word for it.
I've been here a lot of times. This is the best I've ever been.
Constant, noisy, affecting the teams, both teams. It was a great spectacle. One of the big.
And what's it going to be next week, eh? What a drama.
Well, Peter.
Yes?
Peter, would you like some company tomorrow? And we'll see if the Westfalen Stadium can match Munich.
Do you know what? Are you coming?
I'm coming, yeah.
I'm telling you what you're in for tomorrow, okay?
Go on.
The Yellow Wall singing "You Never Walk Alone."
Well, how
Never
about
seen anything like it.
me and you join the Dortmund fans in the Yellow Wall and sing "You'll Never Walk Alone"?
No, I'm never going to sing that song.
Okay, I will sing it, but we need to get in the Yellow Wall.
We can go into the Yellow Wall, yes, but I'm
Okay.
not going to sing that song.
Thomas Muller is waiting there, by the way.
See who we got here.
Ask him to sing "You'll Never Walk Alone."
I'll tell you what, you get that.
They're gonna put you in touch with the studio. They're gonna put the studio into your ear.
To speak to the studio.
Michael Richards, Jamie Carragher,
So,
of course,
so
Thierry
we're just lining Thomas up here. Played
Perfect.
his 150th game for Bayern Munich. Only the third player ever in the Champions League history to do that. So you're in the company of Iker Casillas and Xavi. That's not bad company, is it?
It's not bad. It's not bad. You have to sleep well, eat well, to reach this. In my age, normally you need a wheelchair.
So I'm going to give you this microphone and then prepare yourself for some really, really tough questions. No problem.
Thomas, welcome. Do you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you. Thank you.
Are you feeling like an old man?
No. Today I felt very good, but Germany is listening. The tactics for the next game. I felt quite.
Let me
Bring
introduce
them
you
in.
to Germany.
Bring them
Yeah,
in.
bring
The
him
two
in.
of yous. Get the two of them.
What's up?
He's coming later. No, I felt quite good, but in the end, I'm not satisfied with this draw. But that's Real Madrid. You know it. You saw it. You saw it twice against City. You saw it the last years. You see it in every game. So you have to be careful in every minute. Yeah, Tony, was ist? Tony Kroos is laughing, but he knows. He knows it's always the same. So I'm not happy today, but it was okay.
Thomas, this is Thierry.
Hi, Thierry.
I wanted to ask you a question about your positioning on the field and where you were every time in between the fullback and the centre back to make sure that they were not going to jump, especially in the first half with Leroy Sané coming in and Musiala. You switched it in the second half because they played high and wide and Guerrero took the same position as you were doing on the other side. How do you feel playing in that position and doing that job?
I think it doesn't matter in which position you are. When you are an offensive player, you always have to be on the jump to be in between. That the defenders always have to think and to decide. And maybe there is a second they decide wrong, and that's all about. So you always have to come to the edge. When Antonio Rüdiger is thinking, okay, maybe it's a little bit too wide to jump out, and then maybe I have space. And when he jumps out, maybe the space opens behind him. So, 90 minutes, it's always the same game. When you are not able to, like you or Jamal or Leroy or these kind of guys, Vinicius, when you're not able to take the ball in your own half, dribble 10 guys and score a goal, then you have to get the guys of the other team moving. And when they move wrong, you have to be there.
That's my point, because on the penalty and on the first goal, you knew Leroy Sané was high and wide. You could have controlled that ball. You let it go because you knew you were going to give him time in a 1v1 situation and him being on the other side, because in the first half, he was on the left. And then in the second half also, I like the way you went behind the Real Madrid player to receive that ball for the second goal, on the penalty. Then you drove forward to release that ball this time to Musiala. So I just wanted to say, like I always said, how great of a player you are and how you use your brain in any situation. So well done. Because the two goals were thanks to you.
For me, it seems simple, but I know what you mean. I always wondering sometimes when I see player, they don't do that easy stuff to make their life easier. But in the end, it worked well today in some kind of situations. But 2-2 is not what I want.
Thomas, a few months ago, you were very passionate in an interview, I think, after you lost at Bayer Leverkusen.
Yes, right.
I mean, what has changed since then to now to give you the belief you can get through to the Champions League final?
I think the games and the win over Arsenal gave us a little bit kind of self-confident, kind of not the team spirit when you go out and drink a beer together. It gave us maybe the belief and maybe this kind of, I said this Conny Leimer feeling when he's hunting Ødegaard like a dog and to yeah. Maybe you know the story. And this kind of winning feeling gave us a little bit more belief in ourselves, in our to be a little bit more aggressive. And in the last couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, we are in a good mood. We're playing better. We're playing not perfect, but we're playing better. And I wanted to say I'm happy that I understood your question. I was feared when you got to the microphone.
Thomas, just a quick one. How is Harry Kane settling in? How's his German coming along?
Now, his German is not that bad as you think. Maybe when you score 40 plus goals, you think maybe he does not have to learn it. But the numbers, he can deal with the numbers, and it's quite good. And we are happy with him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's
Multilingual.
great. That's great. So see you next week, guys.
See you. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you.